Welcome back to part 2. So last week I drove all the way from Orkney down to Perth on a single charge, 234 miles. I had 50 miles left. So this is part 2 where we had the hospital appointment and we're now going to set out from Perth back up to Scrabster to catch the ferry home to Orkney. So this is footage of me pulling into the fast chargers at Broxton Park and Ride for me to do an overnight charge at 7 kilowatts to be 100% full the next morning, with Ursula driving back up to Scrabster. So let's see who had the better economy, me or Mrs. P. So when I stayed at Broxton Park and Ride before, there used to be the older Charge Place Scotland fast chargers over there. And I used to plug in at 7, 8 o'clock at night and unplug the following morning because there was no time limit. Then all of a sudden they put a 4-hour restriction, which was really annoying because obviously I'd plug in at 8 PM when I got here after driving all day, and I had to set my alarm on my phone to come down here at midnight to unplug and move the car. They've now since changed the rules, which is makes far more sense, because this is a park and ride where you're supposed to park your car and then ride on a bus. So these 7 kilowatt units do not have a time restriction. So they're only charging at 7. The ones before used to charge, there were 22 kilowatt units, so my Niro would pull 11 kilowatts, so it would charge a lot faster. But anyway, 7 kilowatt, I can leave this overnight. There is 8 other points here, so there's 15 other points for 15 other cars to charge, because each of these points has got 2 connections. So sense has prevailed with Perth Kinross City Council. Now, how do I know that? Well, I've had some of these stuck on all of these fast chargers, which sort of makes sense. So basically rapids, you can't stay longer than an hour, you'll get charged £10 after 1 hour. Same with the 22 kilowatt AC fast chargers, you have to pay £10 after 4 hours. Right, so I thought, well, are these 22 kilowatt? There's nothing on them to say they are 22 kilowatt. So what I did, I went up to each one and had a look at the serial number. I don't know whether you can see it on the camera, but there it says for each side they're both 7.4 kilowatts. So I know that all of these units will only pump out 7 kilowatts from either side. So they're not 22 kilowatt units. The older fast chargers that are under those 𝐓𝐷𝐘𝐒 covers over there, they were 22 kilowatts. So it's all a little bit confusing still. They really ought to put on here, these are 7 kilowatts. This applies to this charging unit. So basically, there's no overstay fees on AC 7 kilowatt units, and it's 45p a kilowatt. Don't care, just want it to work. So yeah, great they got these signs up. Could do with a little bit more clarification, Charge Place Scotland, if these are 22 or 7. They're actually 7 because I've been geeky enough to read the serial numbers on the edge of these fast chargers. So top tip when using these fast chargers, plug in the car first with your Type 2 cable, and then plug into the fast charger. So I'm going to offer up my Electroverse card because it's slightly cheaper than Charge Place Scotland. Plug A and plug B available. So then plug in the other end so it goes all the way in, and it's turned blue, which I think means awaiting approval on my Electroverse card, and I know it's working. Awaiting approval. Hey, it's charging, and obviously you can see that the light is charging. So there we go, Broxton Park and Ride, thoroughly recommend it. Literally a 2-minute walk around the corner is the travel lodge where we're staying. So if you're coming up from south, or you're coming from Orkney and you want to drive south, Broxton is a great place to stop, because for me personally, after driving the best part of 5-6 hours yesterday, I'm done. So here's a good place to stop, plug in overnight. It's a real no-brainer. So good morning, 7 AM. Good night's rest. Just popped over to unplug the Niro from the fast chargers here at Broxton Park and Ride. And it's charged all night, 100%, 299 miles range. So today, Mrs. P is going to drive back to see if we get the same economy.
I don't mind driving.
I know. So you're driving today, Mrs. P's driving. So you will all get an accurate indication as to whether this Niro is amazing on the range because of my driving skills or Mrs. P. Do you use the flappy paddles, Mrs. P?
No.
No. There you go then. So this is, let's be a good test. Let's get going.
I don't use flappy paddles. I don't use, is it autopilot? I don't use.
No, it's called cruise control
Cruise
and adaptive braking. But
That's
yeah.
the one.
Yeah.
I don't use that either.
No, okay. So to start the car, you press the power button. Let's get going.
It's just making me nervous.
So let's go nav. Let's go previous destinations.
Scrubster.
Let's go Scrubster. Let's go start guidance.
Starting route guidance.
222 miles, and if we didn't stop, we'll get there at 20 to 2. But we are going to stop at some point, but we're not going to charge. Let's get going.
Okay.
That way. So, Mrs. P, you've done it.
Yeah.
I'm impressed. How far have we gone? 200 and... hang on.
288.8 miles.
228 miles. We've got 83 left. And we're just pulling into pick up our tickets. So, I had 50 left when I went down.
Yeah.
We've got to drive from Stromness back to our house in Rendell.
We have another 12 miles.
So, 12 off 83. 71. No, it's not. Yes, it is. I'm tired. 71. So you beat me by 21 miles.
No, we've got 12 to go when we get the other side. Hi there, Porterfield. We've got 12 miles to go when we get off the
so
boat.
12 off 83 is...
Have you got your...
Oh, we've got one, thank you.
Yeah, we're very eco-friendly.
We
We've
have.
still got a...
We've kept the
EV
same
badge.
one for ages.
Oh,
we just
good.
keep it in the car and just keep hanging it back on.
There you go. We've got one.
Perfect.
There we are.
Thank you very much. Dog.
And dog in the back.
3, please.
Lovely, thank
Thank
you.
Number 3. Thank you. That's the lane we've got to get into.
I know that.
I'm talking to the camera. I'm
Oh,
not talking to you. I wouldn't tell you where to drive. This is stupid.
So yeah, we've got another 12 miles to go.
So 12 off 83. Come on.
Okay, plus
10 off 83 is 73, 71.
that's what I said,
Oh,
71.
yes, you did. I'm tired.
I whispered it, so you did.
Yeah, okay. 71.
And we had a 4-mile detour off the A9
We did. So why did we have a detour?
because I decided I'd like to visit the Highland Folk Museum, which was well worth.
It was absolutely brilliant.
It was
So
brilliant.
we're always dashing up and down the A9,
Yeah.
and we always say we must do this drive
Yeah.
and have time to stop and see these places. We've been on Orkney 11 years. We've never stopped to the Highland
Folk Museum.
Folk Museum. 100% recommend
Brilliant
it.
place. Yeah.
You'll see from the footage, it's showing how people used to live in the Highlands.
17th, 18th century.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How people lived 300 years ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
trades and stuff.
Trades.
Open
yeah.
fires.
In
It was really
little
good.
small villages before the clearances in Scotland.
A lot of stuff for the kids to do. Nice cafe, fantastic coffee.
Yeah, very nice coffee.
No EV chargers, but were we bothered?
No.
Because we haven't plugged in today all the way from Perth up to here, Scrubster. So, again, we've done 228.9 miles. Let's call it 229 miles. We've got 83 left.
Yeah.
So 229 plus 83 is 312.
Yeah.
312 mile possible range.
So
for
when
this
we
kid.
get to our house,
Yeah.
there should be about 71 miles
So
left.
that,
But even taking off the 4-mile detour that we did,
yeah.
I've still beat you by... Come on, do the math.
21 by
71
17.
minus 4.
Yeah, okay. 71 minus 4 is 67. I did used to run my own business.
So that's my total then.
So you beat me by 17 miles.
I did.
Did you use the flappy paddles?
No.
No.
Didn't use the autopilot either.
Autopilot, it's called adaptive cruise control.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
I didn't use that either.
No.
No.
So, in conclusion, you don't have to be a nerd, because this lovely lady is not an EV nerd.
Nope.
Just drive it normally.
Just drive it normally. Enjoy it.
We
Stop
have
when
had-
you like.
We've had strong winds from the south today.
Oh, it's no excuse. It's still a lot of
Blowing
mileage.
you. Okay.
Yeah, come on.
Right, so if anyone was guessing for the free fudge,
Yes.
second conclusion.
Free fudge.
So I was giving away
Prize.
free fudge. I'm going to find out who guessed 67 miles, and I'll be winging the second prize of this little jaunt away to you, wherever you may be. So the winner has guessed 67. Now, if you put something in the chat after we've got home, it won't count. It's got to be from this morning. But anyway, 67 miles was the winner, and I will tack something on the end of this tomorrow when I find out who won at 67 miles.
Yeah.
Should we say goodbye again?
Bye.
Bye. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
So, we're home. I've just jumped in the driver's seat. Got 71 miles remaining. We did 242 miles with 71 remaining. So that is 313 possible miles from a full charge. Average 4.8 miles per kilowatt hour. And I've got 24% left. Pretty good going, Mrs. P. So we did do a diversion to a Highland Experience Centre, the name of which I've forgotten, but it was really, really good. That was an extra 4 miles. So I'm going to add 4 miles to the 71 that we've got remaining. So that's 75 left. Now, when we did the trip south, I had 50 left. So Ursula apparently has done 25 miles range more than me for the same run. In my defence, and she's not here, we did have a strong southerly wind blowing us all the way back up the A9 towards Scrabster. So that's my defence, is that, yeah, the wind helped my wife beat me. Anyway, so the actual total miles, it's not 71. I'm going to add the 4 for the guesstimated range based on the same journey that we did on the way down. All right, so officially 75 miles range left is what Ursula would have had we not done the detour. Okay, just to keep it all fair and level. I'm going to look up on all the socials to see if anyone guessed 75 miles. So the closest guess was 77 miles remaining from 𝐕_𝐄. Thank you, 𝐕_𝐄. I will private message you and send you some fudge.